Ladies, I am here tonight. And tonight I'm going to talk about the Atlanta Hawks hiring Quin Snyder to be their new head coach. This was something that went over the weekend that I just didn't have time to get into it. They're pretty interesting, man. The Atlanta Hawks, I believe they said 8-9 in the Western. Let me see, in the Eastern, I believe. Let me see here. Let me look at it real quick, might as well. They sit right now at 8th place in the Eastern Conference. They still have a chance to host the playoffs. Pretty interesting. Usually when you fire a coach, you keep the interim one, and then you try to figure out who's the new head coach once the season is over. But look, they're like, this is who we want. And I think they said before the offseason and everybody else is interested in him, let's take him off right now. So that's actually kind of smart, right? If that's who you want, take them right away, right? Instead of waiting for the offseason where more teams are also going to need a coach. They're like, hey, we might want him too. So that was kind of smart. Let's see how this goes. Quin Snyder, very defensive coach, right, with the Utah Jazz. Is he able to establish that defensive culture in the middle of the season? That's my biggest question. Or is he just gonna walk in there and just coach the team and maybe not really install his culture, his system, his style of play probably until next year when he gets a full off season, a full training camp, a full preseason. That's what I'm wondering. How much changes will he make to the team right now as he's walking into in the middle of the season with this team a very good chance to still make the playoffs? So that just is going to be interesting to see. Is this just let me walk in, let me get to know some of the players, let me see what their strength weaknesses are, go almost again a head start on next year's. But also, like I said, you still, you have a chance to make the playoffs. They're probably going to go home in the first round probably. Unless they go on a really hot run, because right now they would have to play. They would have to play in the play-in, and then they would either have to play the Bucks or the Celtics. So unless they're able to climb all the way to the 6th seed, 5th seed, which probably won't, they're probably going to go home right in the first round. But maybe next year's a year, a full training camp, a full off season, full preseason. You can get this guy here to install his system, which is very defensive system. He plays a lot of defense. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, Quin Snyder is now the new head coach of the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see how they finish. Let's see if we start seeing maybe some type of improvement defensively and some other stuff now with him at the helm. But ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm out like a light. Have a good night, everybody. Holla! What the fuck is happening?